It's
The week,
going, man. It is another Friday.
another Friday. I got back from the
Another Friday in the Wi-Fi world.
yeah, oh yeah, always. So yeah, the Hamptons was crazy. The traffic was worse than expected.
Yeah, so you didn't really talk about like I've never gone there, so it
Yeah,
was really that bad.
yeah. I mean, like you guys were in Newport, a couple weeks ago, right? Like,
Yeah,
and the traffic there is it's solid but not fast. Like everyone's going the speed limit. The roads were
yeah.
designed for it. In the Hamptons, it's like everyone's going 2 to 3 times the speed limit on 2-lane roads, and you can't even pull out. There's like no way. There's no like
Wow.
you can't you could never take a left. You always have to take a right and just floor it and hope no one hits you. Basically, uh, we're seeing people are pulling out in front of trucks. Like it was crazy. It's like New York City, but like worse.
Well, like Cape Cod has those like couple roads that go into Cape Cod, right? If you're
Yeah.
like coming from like Boston or something like that.
Yep.
That I heard. I mean, we traveled late at night, so I don't know, but I've heard that's really bad.
Oh yeah, that'll be stop and go traffic. This is
Yeah.
like solid 60, 70 mile an hour traffic on a 30 mile an hour road
Oh, really?
that you have to pull out in front of. So it was like crazy, crazy. I don't know if I'd go back just because of that.
Well,
And
you had the Rivian. That's what 0 to 16 half.
yeah, it rips, but I still don't want anybody to hit me, like but yeah, so the Rivian charging Outpost Hamptons grand opening is pretty cool. They had a drive-in theater. They showed the
Yeah.
Goonies. The CEO RJ was there, and pretty nice event. They had some nice stuff. They gave out stickers and some of these little cardboard trucks and
Oh,
Brandy.
that's cardboard. I
Yeah,
couldn't.
that is cardboard. I had to put that thing together. It was not easy. Like an engineer definitely designed that.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. And Brandy got this nice handbag they made for her.
Made out of a sail
Made
and
out of steel,
sailing
all
board.
sustainable material. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good. I got to charge there. They have 6 DC fast chargers, free charging over the weekend. Um,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, so that was cool. We got to try that out. And then we went out to the beach. The hotel we stayed at was pretty cool. They gave us a free beach pass because I think I was telling you the beach passes are like $500 in the Hamptons.
What?
Yeah, so if you don't have a beach pass, they'll sell you one for $500. I think it's for the whole season,
What
but
about what about if you just want to go for the day?
that I think it depends on the beach. Like the one we went to Main Beach, and they had paid for parking, but I was hearing from other people that they were trying to go to some beaches and they weren't able to go because they didn't have a pass.
Whoa, that is crazy. So, like, I know New Jersey has something like that,
Yeah,
but like when you get into like Delaware and Maryland beaches, you don't have to. You don't have to pay.
you don't even have to pay. You just is there parking though, or do you park on the street or?
There's typically parking. I mean, it's definitely worse now than it was when I was younger,
Yeah,
but yeah. There's part. I mean, the busy season, yeah, that's a major pain. So, like, the smart idea is to get an Uber, have them drop you off.
yeah, that is a good idea. So yeah, that's probably what you'd have to do in the Hamptons if they have Uber. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, you got to get picked up and it could be busy. All your beach stuff, kind of a pain. But no, it
yeah,
was really
that's a
cool.
pain.
Definitely cool, and the event was awesome. So we saw a lot of Rivians out there in the Hamptons too. So
Was it like were there a lot of people at the event?
yeah, there were a lot of people, not too crazy. I mean, there are hundreds of people there, not like thousands. Like it
There
was.
were hundreds of people. That's pretty good
Oh
though.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was
For people to
definitely.
travel out to the Hamptons, I would say that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, but there are a lot of people out there, more people than I thought. So, um, just a lot of traffic. Maybe we'll try it again. We took the ferry over. We put the Rivian on the ferry. That was
Yeah.
pretty interesting because it was trying to self level when it was on the ferry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like so, I was watching it, and I'm like, and the boat's rocking, and the air suspension's trying to like level.
That's
So you
hilarious.
could put it in a shipping mode, I guess, if you had to ship it like overseas or something, but it's okay
Huh.
for an hour ferry ride.
So wait, did it try to do that the whole
It
time,
tried.
or
Yeah, it was trying the whole time.
but you can turn that off, obviously.
Yeah, you have to put it in shipping mode. Otherwise, it always tries to like
So
maintain.
there's actually you can go into the menu and there's a shipping mode.
Yeah, it shuts
Oh
down like
wow.
some of those systems because that air suspension will try to reach the level you have it set at.
Yeah.
So like they say, if you park it for a long time, don't put it in the highest setting because it's going to keep inflating the air springs,
Oh,
try to
yeah,
hold
yeah,
that
yeah.
height. So it's okay because Brandy drives it in the lowest all the time anyway.
Yep.
Or the low setting, not the lowest. But yeah, I was like, wow, a lot of the car alarms are going off on the ferry too. Um,
Yeah.
and the Rivians did too, and there's no way to really shut it off. But we got VIP parking on right in the front of the ferry. It's in my video. Check it out if anyone wants to see the Rivian ride in the ferry. But no traffic actually. Once we took that ferry out to Orient Point from New London, there was like no traffic out to the hotel in the Hamptons. And then we left early Sunday morning and like
Is
around
that New London, Connecticut?
yeah, New London, Connecticut. It's about like an hour and a half ferry ride. Um, and so there was like no traffic to take it out that way. And then we left early on Sunday morning, and we didn't hit any traffic at all. Drove straight back.
Yeah,
So
that's cool.
yeah, that was good too. So yeah, pretty cool event. So then when I got back, I did some speed testing because we have the ECW520s now, right? I got those in. We sold a bunch of them already. You wouldn't call it a bunch, but we sold a few. Um,
Yeah.
so I did some speed testing on the ECW520. Now this is close range. I was getting about 2 gig, right? Like when it's sitting right back there from my laptop with the Intel B200. So pretty impressive, right? I give it a thumbs up for 2 gig from that little access point, right?
Yeah.
Um,
And
the thing
I
is
mean, it's pretty small.
pretty compact. I mean,
Yeah.
so you can fit this in just about anywhere, and in an office like this or any office you would get like super fast speeds if you had a Wi-Fi 7 device connected, iPhone 16 Pro or a laptop with an Intel B200 or whatever other
New
Wi-Fi
Mac
7.
Pro, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So what
Mac
do you
OS
think of
Pro.
the? Wait a minute. What do you think of the design of the AP?
I like it. I mean, it's small, but it still has like the metal heat sink on the back, right? It's super low profile. Can I show it like that? I gotta
Yep.
put it up like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's super low profile. It has the standard. It doesn't have like the big mounting system, which
Yeah.
it's good and bad. Like it has the slot mounts here. Because the 536 mounting system uses like a circular mount, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
But
which is pretty nice. Like you can push it in and rotate
yeah,
it.
it's
It
easier to take down the 536. This one may be a little bit lower profile though once it's mounted, right?
it is, and then you can just all you have to do is lift the clip and slide it out
Right, right.
to
Oh
take
yeah, I
it off.
see. It's got the mounting clip that slides in. Can we see it like right there into
Yeah.
that
Yep.
groove? So yeah, it's a great little package. It has one LED light on it, right? And it's not multicolor, right? It's just like
Yeah.
it is multicolor, but it's not animated like the 536. That
Animated. What do you mean by that?
so the 536 has like the LED goes through like a
It has
cycle.
like a LED bar, and the
Yes,
bar will do different colors. This
different.
this will do different colors, but it doesn't. It's not a bar where it does
Right,
like it gives different colors for indicating different things, right?
right. So it is multicolor, but it's not as fancy, right? And then a single 2.5 gigabit port. It does have a port for a DC power supply also.
Yeah,
And this is standard. This is AT, right? So PoE plus,
that's right.
PoE plus only. So that's nice for a Wi-Fi 7 access point. Um, so
Yeah. So where do you see that going application wise?
I mean, I see it like in offices, hotels, but but I would say it's like a 1 to 2 room access point.
Yeah.
So
I would say because of the price point, it's tri-band, so this will give you the opportunity to put tri-band if that's what you want to do, like in a large setting like a hotel. So you're putting one in almost every room. You don't necessarily have to, but probably be okay. That's maybe what I would do. They're
yeah,
small enough where they're not an eyesore or anything like that. So like maybe in a multifamily hotel, student housing, assisted living, senior living. In fact, I'm working with a company um, that has already installed this AP into like a medical clinic,
yeah, oh yeah,
and that's the company's called CCG. They're out of North Carolina. But yeah, they installed like three of them in a medical clinic so far, and it seems to be working really well. They replaced 120s. They had ECW 120s in there, and they replaced it with those particular access points. So far so good.
yeah. Medical facilities like that, they need to download like large like X-ray, MRI files, things like that, right? So yeah, that's another thing I was thinking about. Doctors, dentist offices, hotel rooms. I don't know so much about education because you're gonna have a lot of students in those classrooms or a lot of devices, maybe. So
Yeah, you might want to go with like the 536,
yeah,
maybe the 526, but I would say the 536 for something like that.
yeah, definitely. And then as far as range goes, the 536 is going to be it's going to give you much better range because this is a very small access point. I don't have the 536 unhooked, or I'd show the difference. Um,
Yeah,
but it's probably about twice the size, right? And it
yeah,
has twice as many radio chains in there to give you like better range and throughput at range. Um, and just to show the difference at close range, I did some speed testing with the ECW536, the 4x4, and that puppy was getting like over 3 gigs up. Now I don't know why it's faster on the upload for me. I don't know if you guys are seeing this. Could be my laptop that's doing this.
yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, 2.5 gig on the down, 3.1. I'll call it 3.2 on the up. So that's pretty good, right?
That's really cool.
And that's a 2x2 client, right? So my laptop has the Intel B200 adapter. So that's a 2x2. Now, if I had a 4x4 client, that thing would be really pushing some data. I don't know if
Yeah, very curious on like what that would look like.
yeah, I mean, we haven't seen it. Like, is there a 4x4 Wi-Fi 7 laptop client out there?
I doubt it. I
Yeah,
don't think so, but I don't know either.
I think there will be. If there is, it'd be in like a business class laptop, though.
Or like a gaming laptop or something, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe the ones that are like really pushing the specs. But I haven't even seen the chipset yet. Um, but yeah, if you have a 4x4 client, it'd really be pushing some throughput on that access point. And
Yeah,
that's what I would use for like any hotel lobbies, bars, convention centers, schools, things like that, right? Now I would probably mix in the 520s also, like for
yeah.
like we talked about in the rooms or in the hallways, to offer better coverage. Not in the hallways.
No hallways,
The
man. You
hallways.
keep
Okay,
saying
okay.
hallways. No hallways. That's like the worst.
Well, hey, the hotel I stayed in last weekend, um, it was like the old style hotel with the rooms opening and the outside motel type.
Yeah, it's a motel. Yeah.
And they had pretty good free Wi-Fi, but the APs are on the outside. They're on the
Yeah,
outside
and
of
that's
the
there. I mean, look, there's going to be situations where you have to do that.
yeah,
So that's what it comes down to. And like we've ran into that many times where the motels, the when you open the door to the hotel or the room, it's going outside and it's
yeah,
to like either a parking lot or if it's a double, a two-story design, it's going to like a not a patio but like a walkway. And so a lot of those motels don't have the budgets to run cabling within the room. So their alternative is to do that. And we've done designs around that, right? With outdoor EPs kind of penetrating into the hotels.
yes, yeah. We've done that a lot, and I mean, but this hotel they used APs that they start with a U, and they and they were indoor APs mounted like in the mounted, outside the room, in the ceiling. Like, so, it was like a second floor, it had like the ceiling coming out.
Was
So,
it the dome one?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, those you got to be careful with because they're kind of rated for indoor outdoor, but not officially outdoor.
Yeah. I mean,
You
where
have to
they're
be.
mounted, they're definitely going to get wet. And there's wet and humidity there that,
Yeah, there is one that's indoor and outdoor, but there's one that's rated like they say indoor outdoor, but it's not actually rated for outdoor.
no, I mean, you could take one of our APs and mount it out there too, and it'd probably last a good few years, but it's not meant for it, right?
Yeah, right when you would have to just update because of the technology changes,
Yeah,
right?
I don't know. I mean, I still wouldn't do it because you're gonna get like
So we
spot.
have a campground RV park
Yeah,
that took our indoor APs and they put them in enclosures,
yeah.
and the Wi-Fi was pretty incredible for that RV park. So it was pretty interesting. They ran cable to every single one of those and had those indoor APs installed, and apparently it worked really well.
And,
So
and why did they do that over using the ECW260 outdoor AP? I mean,
because they had one, basically they had one for every RV slot.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
It,
And they were able to penetrate into like the RV, which is kind
it,
of crazy.
that's kind of the way you have to do it. Like we've been saying that, let's say you use the outdoor AP at an RV park, ECW 260, you probably need one of those for every 3 spots, right? Something like that to get
Yeah.
actual coverage inside the RV, right?
Yeah.
And they try putting like, huge campground, they try putting like 5 or 6 APs, like, mounted on poles or something. That's not going to get in the RV. People may be able to go stand around the pole.
That and like you start running into like roaming issues as
Yeah.
well.
And backhaul. Then they'll try to backhaul through wireless bridges, and then you just have this huge mess on your hands, right? Like by the time you get
It
to the
gets super complicated for
end, it's
sure.
complicated. Whereas what you're talking about, they have direct burial Ethernet or fiber, and
Yeah.
then they can put an access point on every single post where the power comes in, right? That's
Yep.
the way to do it.
Yep. That's the way to do it. And that's like, I would say it's premium Wi-Fi you're offering
Oh
at
yeah,
that point
and
for an RV.
that's how these RV parks are now. They're like high end, a lot of them, right? They're just not just like
Yeah.
they're getting a good amount for those sites every night, and the people expect like all the amenities.
Well, they're pulling in with what, 200,000, three
Yeah,
hundred thousand like RVs.
right, right.
So,
And they don't want shoddy Wi-Fi where they have to like go outside and use it or something.
yeah, yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, that's definitely a good way to do it. So yeah, there's a difference. So the ECW520, yeah, it's great to test out Wi-Fi 7, or if you have a smaller room, smaller office, use like one or multiples in there. But to get like super long range, and even higher speeds, like those speeds are just like one client. Imagine if you have like 30, 50 clients on the access point, right? How
Yeah,
that traffic starts to add up, right? Um,
yeah. And
so
they're rated for like a lot of concurrent users.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
but yeah, the more you get on there, like the more the speeds are going to start to drop, right?
yeah,
Obviously.
for sure. And
And
then
the 536 will be able to handle that much better than the 520.
I would still stick with the 536 for the majority of installs. Now, if you're using like the 220s, and those are working for you, then the 520 is probably going to be a good replacement.
That's an easy one. Like if
Yeah,
you're doing 220s, ECW 220s,
yeah,
the ECW 520 is the way to go. That's your upgrade right there. Major upgrade.
yeah. The price point's almost exactly the same, right? And you're getting an extra band.
You're getting an extra band, you're offering Wi-Fi 7, all the benefits of Wi-Fi 7, and yeah, again, the extra band, more clients on the device, higher throughput on the ports, right? The 220
Yeah,
has a 1 gigabit, this has a 2.5 gigabit.
yep,
You already showed that you get multi-gigabit Wi-Fi. It's got potential to do multi-gigabit Wi-Fi versus the 220 is probably what, 500, 600 tops.
yeah, yeah. 500 or 600 meg versus 2 gig. Like,
Yeah,
it's going to make a huge difference. As far as like, especially where the applications, you're uploading videos, you're uploading like large files, things like that.
Yeah.
You're going to see a huge difference.
Well, CCG did a really good job because I mean, in a medical office, they went from 120s,
Mhm.
which is 11 AC, right,
Yeah.
all the way up to this unit, which is $189, and it's Wi-Fi 7. It's 3 bands, and you can expect, if it's in an office and that person is uploading like X-rays, like you're saying, like there's not going to be an issue there.
Yeah. Yeah. You're going to, even with older switches, as long as it's PoE plus and 1 gig, you're going to get a really good connection. If you have multiples, right? Like,
Right.
2.5 gig switches are going to be better, obviously. But you don't need
Yeah,
to.
definitely go multi-gig switches. I mean, now we have different variations. We just
Yeah.
launched the ECS2530, which is a 24-port multi-gig PoE plus plus.
Yeah.
Offers PoE, PoE plus, PoE plus plus, up to 90 watts on the port. Plenty of SFP, like 6 SFP plus ports.
Yeah.
So you have availability. There's availability for multi-gig switches, and there's a different variation. So
Yeah.
I would
Um,
only go multi-gig.
but yeah, some people may not have the budget to upgrade switches, and the 520 will still work. ECW520 will still probably work with your legacy switch. Um,
Yeah, but look at our pricing on the multi-gig switches. It's
yeah,
pretty
no,
ridiculous.
they are definitely affordable, and I always
Yeah,
recommend.
yeah.
Um, all right, one other thing I wanted to talk about, Ekahau,
Oh
still
yeah.
one of the best Wi-Fi site survey. There's the Sidekick right there. The new Sidekick 2. It's on sale. Still a great heat mapping and active passive survey tool. We have a lot of customers using it. Sold a lot of copies. They're having some promotions till the end of the quarter. So if anyone is looking to get some really good Wi-Fi tools, let me know.
Yeah, it's an awesome tool.
It is.
It's been
You guys
around for how long now?
I've been selling it for a long time, probably for almost a decade, something like that.
Yeah, and I
Um,
mean it just keeps getting better and better
yeah,
and
oh yeah,
better.
they were just saying how many more access points they're adding now. There are other tools out there now, as we know.
Yeah.
Um, some web-based tools from our friends there. Um, but Ekahau's still good. Before that, I sold Air Magnet, right? So
Yeah, I
I've been
remember Air
selling things
Magnet.
for a long time. I see like the progression. And we do sell, the Y-Pry and MetaGeek spectrum analyzers from
Yeah,
Ox.
you have most of the Wi-Fi site survey tools available, right? You
They
can
do.
pretty much.
So maybe he's wondering about heat mapping, spectrum analyzers, or
Do you
active.
have a package? Do you have a Wi-Fi survey package that you sell?
Yeah, there is like Ekahau has not really, not a complete package, right? There you
You
have
have
to buy
components of those
Yeah, you
things.
have to buy the components. So like you could buy the Ekahau AI Pro software. It's a perpetual license. You own it forever. But then there's maintenance. You have to buy the maintenance every year if you want to get the
The
updated
upgrades.
versions and all this,
Yeah.
and have support. But you can buy just the software if you want to do heat mapping, because it is really good for heat mapping. It's very fast, easy to draw the walls in. It can automatically draw the walls in, if you want. Um, and then,
3D, right?
yeah, for sure.
3D.
And it has like all the access points in there, the Ingenious, Ruckus, everyone, Cisco, Meraki, everybody's are in there. So that's really good. And then you could go out to the site, you could buy the Sidekick, and you could walk the site, hook it to your laptop, and take readings with that. Or even now your iPhone, you could use an iOS device with it. If you have the Connect subscription, you
Yep.
can take the readings with the iOS device and then go back and analyze it on the laptop. So it's definitely a good system,
Yep.
but it's not cheap. But now we have some promos running. So if anyone wants it, let me know. All right, Brian. Anything else you want to talk about this?